According to information released by the Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs, China's top leader arrived in Vietnam on December 12, 2023, started an official visit to Vietnam, and met with Nguyen Phu Trong, General Secretary of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of Vietnam. Before the arrival of China's top leader, there was news that China may be preparing to send a new big gift to Vietnam. In this video, let us learn more about it. There are signs of improving relations between China and Vietnam amid tensions in the South China Sea. China's top leader visited Vietnam on December 12, 2023, and met with Nguyen Phu Trong, General Secretary of the Communist Party of Vietnam Central Committee. This high-level meeting helped to resolve disputes and tense relations between the two countries. Prior to this, there was news that China may help Vietnam build a new cross-border railway from Kunming, Yunnan to Haiphong, on the premise of providing free assistance to Vietnam. The railway line of this project will pass through Vietnam's largest rare earth mining area, which will bring benefits to Vietnam's economy and provide Vietnam with an important strategic resource export opportunity. Judging from Vietnam's own economic strength and infrastructure capabilities, its strategic resources for developing areas with inconvenient transportation are relatively limited. Therefore, the plan proposed by China can be said to be a great help to Vietnam, and it is also a long-awaited plan for Vietnam. It can be speculated that Vietnam has long been eager for Chinese investment, but has been discussing specific issues with China. The diplomatic relations between China and Vietnam need to maintain a stable track to achieve this important cooperation project. During his visit to Vietnam, China's top leader published a signed article and put forward 3 key points to strengthen strategic communication and cooperation between China and Vietnam. First, both sides should maintain strategic communication and consolidate the political foundation of a China-Vietnam community with a shared future. This is an important prerequisite for ensuring the sustainable development of cooperation between the two parties. Secondly, both sides should properly manage differences and expand the basis for consensus. This means that both sides should resolve existing differences through dialogue and cooperation to achieve common development. Finally, both sides must implement the consensus reached by the leaders of the two parties and two countries, properly manage maritime differences, and jointly find solutions. This shows that both sides should promote the resolution of maritime disputes through dialogue and cooperation, and contribute to regional peace and stability. These points undoubtedly remind Vietnam to value cooperation with China. Every point is fair and just. If Vietnam can abide by it, cooperation between the two countries will be smoother. Vietnam now faces a key choice, and they need to make strategic choices. In September this year, U.S. President Biden visited Vietnam and strengthened relations between the two countries. The United States uses its ties with Vietnam to counter China's influence in economic, trade, and regional issues, especially the South China Sea issue. Therefore, Vietnam must make the right choice, should they listen to the instigation of the United States and confront China, or should they agree to China's request and promote common prosperity of both sides and regional countries through dialogue and cooperation. As long as Vietnam can think calmly, the correct answer should not be difficult to come up with. China plans to provide funds and free assistance to help Vietnam build a new transnational railway from Kunming, Yunnan to Haiphong. This project will have a major impact on Vietnam's economy and transportation. First, this new cross-border railway will pass through Vietnam's largest rare earth mineral deposits. Rare earth minerals are an important strategic resource and are widely used in high-tech industries such as electronic products, new energy equipment, etc. Vietnam is rich in rare earth mineral resources, but due to inconvenient transportation, the development and utilization of these resources has been greatly restricted. With this new railway, the transportation efficiency of rare earth minerals will be greatly improved, allowing Vietnam to better utilize its own resources and obtain more economic benefits. Secondly, the construction of new railways will greatly improve Vietnam's transportation conditions. As a developing country, Vietnam's transportation inconvenience has always been one of the important factors restricting its economic development. Especially in the northern part of Vietnam, the traffic situation is more serious due to geographical restrictions. The opening of the new railway will shorten the transportation time between regions, improve logistics efficiency, and promote economic development and rational allocation of resources in various regions. In addition, the construction of the new railway will also bring employment opportunities in engineering construction, logistics, tourism, and other fields, and promote the development of the local economy. At the same time, the new railway will also become an important channel for personnel exchanges and cultural exchanges between Vietnam and China, promoting friendly exchanges between the two peoples. To sum up, the construction of the new China-Vietnam cross-border railway is of great significance to Vietnam. It will improve Vietnam's transportation conditions, promote economic development, and allow Vietnam to better utilize its own resources. At the same time, the project will also promote cooperation and friendship between China and Vietnam and promote prosperity and stability in the entire region. Currently, the situation in the South China Sea is tense, and all parties are paying attention to its developments. The development of cooperation and relations between China and Vietnam will have an important impact on the situation in the South China Sea. First, the advancement of China-Vietnam cooperation will help ease disputes in the South China Sea. The three key points proposed by China, namely maintaining strategic communication, consolidating political foundation, properly handling differences, and resolving maritime differences, reflect China's commitment to solving problems through dialogue and cooperation. If Vietnam can think rationally and agree to China's request, cooperation between the two sides may promote the resolution of disputes in the South China Sea and maintain regional peace and stability. Secondly, the deepening of China-Vietnam cooperation will enhance Vietnam's regional influence. As the situation in the South China Sea heats up, Vietnam, as an important country, has also increased its influence in regional affairs. Through cooperation with China, Vietnam has the opportunity to play a more active and constructive role in regional affairs and make greater contributions to maintaining regional peace and stability. At the same time, the advancement of China-Vietnam cooperation will also serve as a model for other countries. As a developing country, Vietnam's cooperation with China will become an example for other countries to learn from. In the context of the current complex international situation, solving problems through dialogue and cooperation can gain more recognition and support from the international community. In short, China-Vietnam cooperation has an important impact on the situation in the South China Sea. With the joint efforts of China and Vietnam, through dialogue and cooperation, it is expected to promote the resolution of the South China Sea issue and maintain regional peace and stability. At the same time, the China-Vietnam cooperation model will also become a model for other countries to learn from, providing a good example for promoting regional cooperation and development. The China-Vietnam cooperation between China and Vietnam is of great significance in the context of the current tense situation in the South China Sea. Cooperation between China and Vietnam in the upcoming construction of new cross-border railways will not only bring economic benefits and transportation improvements, but also help ease disputes and tensions between the two countries. The key points and conditions proposed by China reflect China's attitude towards friendly cooperation with neighboring countries, and also remind Vietnam to value cooperation with China. In the current international situation, Vietnam needs to make the right strategic choice, and at the same time, it needs to balance and handle its relations with China and the United States. The advancement of China-Vietnam cooperation has an important impact on the situation in the South China Sea and regional development, and requires the joint efforts of all parties to create a better future. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more great content. See you next time.